Mike, great seeing you. Happy New Year to you. It's strange to say that we're already into 2019. I know your staff and you guys are hard at work, still recruiting. Of course, another signing day coming up, winter conditioning going on, and then, of course, spring football starting up earlier here this season. But I know you guys have been busy looking back at the 2018 season, and I know that's a season that didn't live up to your guys' expectations. You guys go back and identify some of the issues, and what are some of the factors that you're looking at to improve here in 2019?
Well, first of all, Happy New Year to you, and I think I'm the most excited guy in the country this 2019. 2018 was a year to forget almost. But I think you learn a lot of things when you go through some struggles. Obviously had some struggles personally, and we had some struggles as a football program. And, obviously after the Air Force game, we had to hit the road recruiting immediately for this class, but we had a chance to sit down and kind of talk about the direction we want to go moving forward this offseason, this spring practice, and in the summer. And the number one thing we want to do is develop some more leaders on our football team. I think leadership is paramount. I think we've got some really good young guys that we're going to give an opportunity to lead, give them a platform to lead, and really create accountability within our team. Not just in the weight room or on the practice field, but in everything that we do. I think we need to become accountable to ourselves and to our team. And if we do that, first and foremost, I think we'll become a better football team in the process.
Yeah, I know you talk about accountability, and you yourself, you've taken personal accountability, and we have learned that you have decided to forego a $100,000 bonus that was due to you in your contract. How did you come to that decision?
Well, ultimately, I'm the head football coach, and I believe accountability is a two-way street. A lot of times you want to point fingers at why you weren't successful, and I'm the head coach. And for it to be a two-way street and be effective with our players, I want to take accountability. And it was a decision that I talked about with my wife. I didn't talk about it with our staff, and it was just something that was weighing on my heart after the Air Force game. We had a couple days to reflect and be home with family, and that's really the first time you get to sit back and look at the whole season in its entirety. And I made a decision and called Joe Parker, I believe it was either Saturday or Sunday after Thanksgiving, and told him what I wanted to do. And, it was just something that was on my heart, and being the head coach, I wanted to take personal accountability for the 2018 season.
Yeah, and I imagine that had to stem a lot from the respect that you have for the administration at the university, and obviously the administration and Joe Parker in the athletic department.
Yeah, one of, if not the main reason, is why I'm sitting here at Colorado State and still here at Colorado State is our president, Tony Frank, and our athletic director, Joe Parker, and really all of our administration. I think they do an unbelievable job creating a great environment for these student athletes, and want them to have the ultimate college experience. And and I'm here to be the head coach of this football team and help grow these young men. And ultimately, we want success on the football field, and we're going to have success. That's why I'm here. That's what the plan that we have in place. As a football program administration, I think we see, eye to eye the direction that we're headed. Obviously, we're all disappointed in 2018 season. It was a disappointing season. But I don't think anybody's discouraged. I think it gives you an opportunity to grow through trials and tribulations, and I'm excited to see us moving forward.
Yeah, adversity on the field in 2018. You had some personal adversity with health issues. Number one, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing? And do you have to change your approach as a head coach because of some of those health issues?
No, I had to alter some this past year. Obviously, personally, what I went through at the beginning of the year and really through the whole season, with the health issues that I had. Didn't help things, but I think it made me stronger as a head coach. It made me see things in a different light when I had to step back a little bit this year, wasn't as involved in the game plan, and it's given me a direction moving forward that I have a clear vision. I'm doing a lot better physically. I really feel good. Mentally, I feel good. I still have some numbness in the bottom of my feet, but that's going to come back over time. I'm at a good place with everything right now, and again, it was a hard thing to go through, especially the way our season was going, and really, But I think in the long run, it allowed me to step back and gives me a clear vision of where I want to go with this football program.
Yeah, you look at the roster coming up for the 2019 season. There's a lot to like. Of course, the signing class, 15 new players signed back in December. And I know you've been in a lot of contact with the players that are coming back and some emerging leaders, guys that I know that are looking to kind of come to the forefront in that aspect.
Well, I mean, it was disappointing for everybody, not just me, not just administration, not our coach, but our players as well. They want to represent this university the right way and play a certain way, and felt like we didn't do that last year. And I've had several guys be in constant contact with them over the break about the direction we're going. Guys like Emmanuel Jones, who will be a true junior for us, who I think has leadership ability. The McBride brothers, Toby and Trey McBride, great. I'm anxious to have Toby McBride back. Hadn't played a whole season and a half almost since after 4 games 2 years ago. To have him back, he's a blue-collar guy. It means something to him to represent Colorado State and to wear the green and gold. And he's excited to have the opportunity to lead. Adam Prentice is another guy. But there's a number of guys that are excited to get back, excited to go to work, realize that we're not where we want to be, but we're not as far off as people might think on the outside. I think our guys have a really good feeling about what we got to do, how we got to get there, and know they got to work, and it's got to be work. It can't be talk.
All right, so the players are going to be back on January the 22nd. I mentioned spring football is going to start in just about a month, mid-February. But talk a little bit about that kind of first phase of the off-season program that's going to start up.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than what we've done the first 4 years. We're doing spring practice early in February, and it's been an idea I've been toying around the last couple of years, talking to coaches that do it in February. One, it allows if somebody does get hurt, longer time for rehab to get back healthy for the season. And I also think it helps us in our strength and conditioning phase, where after football we'll focus on our off-season program and strength and conditioning going into the summer, where before you start it right when you come back and then you have a break for spring practice. Now when they come back from spring break, those 6 weeks are going to be dedicated solely for strength and conditioning, and I think it'll carry over perfectly into our summer workout regime. All
right, we'll leave you with this. How about some of the goals now? 2019, we're in the new year. The season starts in 8 months. What are the goals?
Well, I mean, I got to sit down with the leaders of this football team, and we'll write down specific goals. But the number one goal for me going into 2019 is be accountable to yourself and to your teammates in everything you do. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for guys that want to make an impact as a Colorado State student and a Colorado State football player, and those guys are going to be rewarded. And I think we're going to build a great team here in this offseason.
All right, sit in your office talking some football. The stadium behind us. I'm ready to get the season going.
Yeah, I'm
now.
ready to get our players back. I mean, it's such a long break.
Right.
After play Air Force on Thanksgiving, and then we hit the road recruiting for 3 straight weeks. You see a couple players on the weekends. And then they're off for 5 weeks for winter break. And, it's another 2 weeks before they get back to school. I wish we started school right now. I'm ready to get around them. I'm excited to get started, excited to see what the future holds for this program.
All right, Mike, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks, Brian.